Virgo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon in Pisces to new moon in Libra, September 2022? I am your reader, fellow Virgo, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, recording this on my actual birthday, September 6th, up here in Saratoga. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. 24 years of service at the time of this recording. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a link in the description box. You can preview it for free and see the dedication to my mom, whose house I am in right now. I am in the guest house. We're shopping around. We might be buying a house up here. I might be buying a house up here to be closer to them. So welcome to the guest room, and doing the best that I can with the lighting and all of that for you. Not my usual production value, but hey, if you are aware of what's going on on the East Coast right now with flooding and water spouts and whatnot. I was supposed to drive home today. I'm not. So I'm here. I'm queer, and hopefully you're used to me. But let's get down to business. If you are new to the channel, an 8-card draw is just one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a 2-week period, a waning moon, from full to new, Pisces to Libra. And let's look at that timeline. Honestly, this is the part people don't get to see because it's usually there underneath the camera. But we are looking at the full moon in Pisces, Saturday, September 10th, 5:59 a.m. Let's just say 6 a.m. Eastern time. That is the full moon I was born on. I am a Virgo Sun with a Pisces moon. So that's pretty cool for me, kind of digging that. But then we are looking at, when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. That's why I do the 5-card draw, the new to full, to help you manifest. This is to weed the garden, to make room for that new moon. Planting in Libra, Friday, September 25th, 5:55 p.m. Eastern time. And I will say, a new moon in Libra on a Friday is love magic day. So this might be helpful in terms of clearing out what needs to be cleared out, doing the alchemy, the waning moon, the releasing, the surrendering, all that kind of stuff. I often use the language of spiritual alchemy because lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. So it is that process of burning off, transforming, releasing, surrendering from lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace. That's why we're going to use the Caroline Myss archetype cards to get this party started. I'm in a very good mood. I just had blueberry pancakes for my birthday breakfast. So very happy to serve you all. Now, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs because you can get information about this timeline in a different way from a different aspect, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, as well as you may have 4 different areas of your life that you need to release, transform, heal, that kind of stuff. Moving from shadow to light, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, lead to gold, illusion to truth, fear to love. I think you get what I'm saying. So, both feet on the floor if you can. I really can't. I'm sitting on the bed. But if you can, stay grounded, right? But focus on your breath, if you will. And I will do the best that I can to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace to help you shift from a leaded timeline in some aspect to a more golden, right? Because we are all one. So if we each do our own shadow work, that's why it's called a shadow reading, you're helping everyone on planet Earth jump that timeline, infinite number of quantum variations in any given moment. So here's an opportunity for you not just to empower and make your life more golden than lead, but to help the whole planet and all the life on it, not just the humans, follow along. Cool. Enough explanation. Let's get to divination, and I'm very, very happy I'm staying here an extra day. I'll drive home tomorrow. Please take a nice deep breath. And here we go. Still point. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, Lord Ganesha, as well as the pantheons of all pantheons from all traditions, lineages, and cultures. One card in clarity. What is the dominant eighth chakra archetype? Setting the tone. Beaming down the codes, the lessons to all the other chakras underneath. The eighth chakra hovers over the head, shifting the electromagnetic dynamics of what the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading will attract and repel to help them be more gold than lead. This full to new September 2022. Oh boy. It's in the title. We've got, and I'll say we have got the Martyr archetype. Now I know the lighting in here isn't great, but overhead lighting's no better. All archetypes are neutral. So we immediately jump into the leaded, right? The shadow side of that, not ever really considering that there is a light, a positive, and that's what's written on this card. The shadow attribute on the bottom indicates the toxic. The light indicates what it is we're shooting for. Now, it's very easy for Virgos to go into martyr mode. Remember, you can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. It can come and go in a minute. 10 years might be a season in a larger lifetime, or you can have it from birth to death. Mine tends to come and go, like weather and bloat. The shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. Particularly, Virgos are the servants of the zodiac, right? We serve. And we can often leave ourselves out of that equation, which leads us to be a little martyr-ish, a little martyr-esque. It just happens. Everybody has martyr moments. But the light that you're shooting for is learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, and you could see how that could really turn it around because, you know, Joan of Arc, martyr. A lot of the great spiritual heavy hitters throughout time and space, right, in our history, have been martyred, you know, burning witches at the stake and whatnot as a witch. I can certainly see that, but we're also seeing it very much in play in our modern day society. So this is a powerful one. It is a divine family archetype. There are 9 different families. So if you look at the card, I know the lighting isn't great in here. Trust me, you want this over the overhead lighting. There is a person kind of soaring through the clouds with all of these roses, right, being thrown at them like, you know, bravo, brava, bravis, right? So to shoot for the light in this one, because I know for myself as a Virgo, the martyr comes and goes. It's not something that's in my life perpetually. I'm more of a hedonist than a martyr. But certainly it can be a tricky sticky to deal with. And this is what I'm shuffling on, isn't it great? You work with what you got. So that's the 8th chakra, like the satellite beaming down the codes to the other chakras. So let's look at the next 4 chakras down with the daughters of the moon. Tarot, the feminine energy, the internal world, the psychological world. Spiritual power, mental power, will power, choices, decisions, spit, swallow, or chew. And emotional power, because this is where the shadow work begins. You have to at least choose to do it. But my guides have been very, very clear about this stuff, particularly in terms of shadow work and healing. It can be delayed but not prevented. Do you want to face and embrace and heal that shadow? Do the alchemy today, tomorrow, next week, next year, 10 years from now, next lifetime, 10 lifetimes from now? The soul will do it eventually. But if you want to see more transformation in a positive way in your life and in this world, do not delay what cannot be prevented. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of earth, the sign of Virgo, Powers of the North, please, beloved goddesses of mutable earth, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video and receiving this reading, as well as their cross watchers, because if the cross watcher applies this to themselves, not only will they heal, they will help the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign that they are cross-watching for, as well as all of the Virgos, right? That unity, quantum, wantum, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbliness of it all. So please, heart, throat, third eye, crown, dynamic, daughters of the moon, tarot. Give them a hint. What do they need to be aware of inside, yin side, to help them do this shadow work of the martyr, this full to new September 2022. You've got a court card, the Mother of Pentacles, the Great Corn Mother. Again, the lighting here is not, I mean, I can try. All right, come on. It's our first one here. Well, that's not so bad. At least I'm not wearing makeup. I'm not doing it. So the Great Corn Mother, right? Indigenous people of Americas. This would be the Mother of Pentacles would be the Queen of Pentacles, the Taurus card. Second house dynamic, fixed earth, life values, your bedrock, right? Your fertility, in terms of particularly your own creative stuff inside of yourself. Now, when it is a court card, a zodiacally based card, inside, it's not somebody on the outside. If you have Taurus placements, absolutely have a look at where they are in terms of this waning moon tide, full to new. But this is about the wisdom that you've gained from interacting with the outside world, right? The things that you've learned spiritually, mentally, in terms of what it is that you want, what you don't want, your choices, your decisions, and in your emotions. Very stable, very solid, but of course, with a martyr, can be very stubborn, right? An unwillingness to shake the shadow by really looking at the hidden gift. Within all of the lead, there is gold, symbolically speaking. And our last card down is going to look at what that gold is with the Blessed Be deck, the hidden blessing. So I learned from Matt Kahn, we're going to get to his healing mantra deck in a little bit, in his book, The Universe Always Has a Plan, about thank you for this gift. It's a great mantra to help you through hardships, right? Because you usually don't martyr with something easy. So, you know, thank you for this gift. It anchors gratitude in the present moment. And then the universe has to show you what the gift is, right? The gold within the lead eventually. Maybe not right in that moment. Thank you for this gift. But remember, this is about service, right? Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or another. And Virgos are the servants of the zodiac. Right? So let's just see how we do with that, shall we? Because now we're going to look at the lower three chakras, the masculine energy. From the outside, looking in at you, right? Step out of yourself horizontally. Maybe you from the inside, looking at another person, place, or thing. Because lower three chakras, masculine dynamic, is about relationships in the world. Root chakra, groups, tribes, circles of friends, your nationality, three or more. Where three or more are gathered, it's a tribe. Second chakra, your relationship to another person or thing, money, sex, power, creativity. Third chakra, your relationship to yourself in the world, your self-esteem as a verb, your gut intuition, your survival intuition, your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't, your boundaries and all that. And let's face it, Virgo is the only sign that crosses its legs. That's a boundary. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Here we go. As I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, please, beloved ones, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Cross watcher watching this video, receiving this reading. What is it that they need to be aware of outside in, inside out, lower three chakra, masculine dynamic with the martyr? Hey there. With the martyr in the 8th chakra, Mother of Pentacles, Great Corn Woman, Great Corn Mother, The Taurus dynamic, Queen of Pentacles, Heart, Third Eye, Crown. What's going on? Lower three chakras for this full to new September 2022. Hierophant. Now, when it's a major arcana card in this type of reading, this would contain all three chakras, lower three chakras. So if this is you from the outside looking in, do understand that the Hierophant is about higher learning in some way, shape, or form in the physical world, the nature of this particular reading. No one is born a Hierophant. You may be born with the potential, but it is a step-by-step process. It's like nobody like gets a master's degree in one day. I mean, I guess you can get one from online, but it's probably not even worth the pixels it's displayed on, right? And it can be formalization. It can be about formalizing a relationship, right? But I was a high priest. The Hierophant is essentially a high priest. I was a high priest of a coven for decades. And though I was self-appointed, I eventually went through clergy training and became a minister and, you know, was the masculine part of a coven, a leader for a very, very, very long time. Never again the coven times, baby. I am a solo act from now on because there is often politics involved, right? This can be very political, particularly lower three chakras. If you look at the root word of politics, you're looking at polis, P-O-L-I-S, I believe it's Latin, which means city, right? So a policeman is a man of the city. Politics, polis, you get the idea. It's about us. It is tribal. So yeah, if you are working to serve a tribe in some way, shape, or form, even if that's family, there is a place here. It's not the emperor, right? It's the Hierophant. We get a little bit more of a spiritual thing here. And by the way, this is Chiron, the centaur, the Centaur from Greek mythology, the mythic tarot, the wounded healer, right? Also the teacher of heroes, Achilles and Heracles. I don't know if Perseus studied with him, but, you know, that was his thing. He passed on his knowledge, his wisdom to refine whoever was in his charge. But I will say with the martyr archetype here, be very, very careful of the self-pity thing. Not to push it down and repress it necessarily, but to acknowledge it as something that exists in the collective, right? That we all have to do what we have to do in this world, but it doesn't take much to, particularly with the Hierophant, to see it from the higher altitude of the transcendent nature of service to oneself. Start there, and then maybe that overflows into a cause, particularly if you're already doing that. Yeah. Leaving coven life was a very important step for me. It was excruciating, but the freedom, worth it. And I have all of that wisdom inside of me from all of those decades, putting up with all that crazy shit. Yeah. So, we got our chakras, I was going to say, on the table, on the bed here in the guest room. So we're going to get you a Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck to help align all of that. One of 4 bookie book reads in this 8. So let's see what hits the bed frame. I don't know. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the Divine. This is a Divine Family archetype. The Martyr archetype, about incarnating and bringing our divinity into physical form, spiritual awakening, which can feel very martyry, particularly if you're in service and no one else knows what the hell you're talking about. So please, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, this full to new September 2022. Uncovering confidence. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe, which speaks directly to unity consciousness, right? Which is definitely about, this isn't about, here, let me rephrase this, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself and a cause rather than or, because it's all one, right? So if you can do this for yourself, what I call higher selfish, right? To uncover your own confidence and get that you are the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. It's not unity without you. But that's also true of the people that drive you up a wall across the ceiling and down the other side. They're helping you. They're teaching you. I know it sucks. Trust me. I know it sucks. But nonetheless, the truth often does, right? So let me read you from the said bookie book, Uncovering Confidence. This deck is wonderful. A lot of my clients have gotten it as a result of the readings I've done for them. So, Uncovering Confidence. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. When confidence is uncovered, you are living from a space of renewed purpose in service to life or a cause. You know your place in the cosmos, and you are an expression of eternal light. I mean, we all are, but it's a lead to gold ratio. Lead is an insulator, won't let the light out. Gold is a conductor, allows the light to shine. There's no wavering on decisions or second-guessing your instincts. Confidence allows you the peace of mind to stand tall in your truth and move forward courageously, knowing anything that comes your way can only inspire the gift of endless expansion, that the universe always has a plan. It really is true, but you can jump timelines, right? We're doing it all the time, faster and faster. It used to be 100 years would go by before we jumped a timeline. Now it's happening several times a day, often based on whether we are making a fearful, toxic choice decision or a loving, golden, high vibe decision, because that's free will. Throat chakra free will. This mantra is ideal for resolving insecurities, easing personal concerns, which who ain't got those, and finding true safety in your body and in the world, which is very earth sign. So you are the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Don't forget that. It's not unity without you. I guess it's just unity. Trying to keep it light for a shadow read. That's what I'm good at. Let's just roll with it. So, our next lovely deck we're going to work with from Angelo Hartfield is the Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. So, not just you, anybody else who might be involved in this. The Whispers of Love has no womp womp cards, like womp womp, but particularly can give you an indication of the love that is needed to move this from lead to gold. Please take a nice deep breath. Right? Because I'm moving up here not just for my own benefit. So to be closer to my parents, they're getting older. Who isn't, right? So it is service to them, but also to myself. New life, get me off of Long Island, man. It's fine. I love it there, but I need mountains. I need to be up in the trees. I'm a Dionysus archetype. I need more mountain than beach. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's the truth. Please take a nice deep breath. I think I'm turning on the ceiling fan for the Libra read as I call upon still point. Here we go. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video and receiving this reading, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers to help them alchemize the Martyr with their life values, really strong and obvious on the inner, with the Mother of Pentacles, the Great Corn Mother on the inner, with the Hierophant. They are either dealing with somebody in the outside world who is kind of high priesty, divine masculine, kind of sort of, but often a teacher of some kind, right? A healer of some kind, but one that has earned that position, that degree. But chances are it is the Virgo in service as they uncover their confidence, really affirming that It's not the universe unless they show up. They are the missing piece of the puzzle. So what do you got for them? Higher selves of all involved. This full to new, September 2022. Honesty is essential. Ain't it just? To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Now look, I used to be very notorious as a high priest for off with their heads, right? Speaking truth, throwing lightning, light is truth. I mean, it's what the spiritual ego does, right? The ego learns spirituality and then uses it as a weapon against ourselves and other people. Well, I guess you're just not doing your affirmations right. Maybe true, maybe true. But to do it with an open heart, right, in a loving manner. And I think that is really what shifts that martyr from saying, like, and I say to people all the time, it's like everybody's having a hard time right now. And if you're an empath, you're not just feeling your own stuff, you may be feeling everybody else's. So to be honest with that, particularly dealing with my parents as they're getting older, I'm very honest with them, but in a loving way, right? Like, I was supposed to drive back today, but, you know, freaking monsoon season out there. Somebody called Jinx. And they were like, oh, we're so sorry. I'm like, look, it's not your fault. I got a lot to get done. There's a lot going on in my life, but I don't have to pretend I'm okay with it. It's okay to not like it. But it's not your fault, right? So let's enjoy the time that I'm here. And there, it was resolved, right? Because the brain was saying, well, you know, if you leave now and you take this way, that way, but the gut was saying, no bueno, right? So to communicate yourself honestly, but with love, will certainly allow you to uncover that confidence bit by bit by bit. Over a 2-week shadow period. Oh, and Mercury's going retrograde at the same time, I think, as the full moon in Pisces. Oh, good God, us almighty. But we got 3 cards left. And one of them is one of my favorite decks, the Divine Animals Oracle, because there is a hero's journey aspect of shadow work. Every hero has to descend into the underworld in some way, shape, or form, right? Doesn't matter the type of hero, the type of journey. There's always having to face the stuff you don't want to look at within yourself. So every hero, as well as every incarnate being, does have spirit animals and totems. Not quite the same thing, but certainly this deck is gorgeous and the book is very informative. Please take a nice deep breath. Recline. Still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, offering them the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, power, support, protection, as well as the oracle message to help them alchemize this martyr from shadow to light, lead to gold, Taurus on the inner, Hierophant on the outer, uncovering confidence, really getting that honesty is essential. They need to speak the truth, but to do it in a loving manner. This full to new September 2022. It's a karma chameleon. Is there desert loving in your eyes all the way? Don't listen to their lies, would you say? Sorry, Generation X, don't sue me. Card number 33, right? That's either one teeny tiny little person or a really, really big chameleon. Again, the lighting here is not ideal, but once I get home, we'll be back under studio lighting. Just gonna read you the first part and the last part of this. The first part is like the verbal description. The last part is the magical application should you choose to accept it. The key word for chameleon is change. Change is a natural part of life, so resistance is futile. Thank you, Borg. Ride the energies of change and know where you are going, then fear will lessen. Let's stick a pin in that. Virgo is mutable earth, changeable earth. So this is inherent to Virgo, like shifting sand, right? Sand never really stays still until you fuse it into glass, of course. It is not always wise to just blend in with everyone else. Flexibility in mind and body is advantageous. Do not take too long to make your decision, which indicates a decision here. Chameleon magic is one of flexibility and coping with change. Call upon the magic of this creature when you wish to have successful change in challenging circumstances, or when you wish to know everything you can about a situation prior to moving forward. I'm getting ready to move. Right? We're sending in an inspector into the house that I love. It's a half-acre property, what I can do gardening-wise alone, right? It's got a full basement, 2-car garage. I can put all my crap in and gradually, put things where they belong. But certainly I don't want to buy a lemon and lipstick, right? That's why we get all the information that we can before we invest. So, right, honesty is essential to say, I love this place, but if there's a crack in the foundation, it's either going to be fixed before we buy it, or you're dropping the price so that we can fix it. Yeah. So the change. And to do this wisely and well, but I'm going to tell you, it feels like a real leverage card here, is your own internal values, your bedrock, your own Taurian second chakra stuff inside of yourself. What have you learned? What have you learned to value through your journey in life? And we all martyr. Everybody martyrs every now and again. But what have you gained from it in terms of life experience, wisdom, so that you can be honest and go with this change and be confident in yourself that, you are an integral and very important part of the great ineffable plan, if you've read or watched Good Omens. The book is amazing, but they did a great job on Amazon Prime. All right, we have got just 2 cards left. And the newest deck that I got from the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs. Hi, Veronica, if you're watching. I forget if she is Planet Virgo. She's a Leo. The Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Now they put the A on the end. Again, Angela Hartfield does the Whispers of Love. This is the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. And if you can see, probably can't, elephant-headed Hindu god of success and wealth and prosperity and all that good stuff, but mostly known in the West as the remover of obstacles, because an elephant doesn't have to try too hard to knock down a tree, right? Just goes bonk, like that. Unless there's junk in its trunk. Please take a nice deep breath. Ganesh is pretty cool. Got a nice sense of humor. Oh. Still point. As I call upon the beloved Lord Ganesh, elephant-headed Hindu god of removing obstacles. If we look at those 3 atoms in lead as obstacles to the gold, symbolically speaking in the language of spiritual alchemy, then please, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, to help them remove the obstacles, do the shadow work, shift from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, this full to new, September 2022. Relaxation. Look, totally lounging. Shall I? Oh, I didn't bring a trunk. I just brought luggage. So, lovely. Relaxation. Card number 49. He's looking pretty chill. He's got a little tray of snacky snacks there. He's loving his elephant-headed Hindu god life. Eternal, immortal, divine life. Let's read this from the bookie of the book. Card, I think there are there just 49 cards, or are there 50? I think there are 50 in this deck. Of course, it's humid. It's only humid. Of flesh and blood I'm made. Card number 49, relaxation. Relaxation is important for your health, mood, relationships, and overall well-being. I have to wonder if we've been overdoing it. Lord knows I do. I know I overdo it. I work really hard as a mystical artist, right? And maybe that's why they're like, stay put for a day, right? Don't get in that car and drive 5 hours in dangerous weather. Relax. So I can relate to that right in this moment. It is easy to become entangled in anxiety, worry, stress, and paralyzed thinking. Come on, we're Virgos. Of course, it's very easy. Your day-to-day life may be filled with a multitude of stresses that affect your thoughts and cause you to feel disconnected with the truth of your being. Well, honesty is essential. Start there. It's like maybe I am seeing this through a lens darkly. As Jesus said in the New Testament, because I'm a witch that studied comparative religions. Dedicating time to relaxation provides a solid foundation to assist you to be able to live a more balanced, less stressful life. The importance of respite, or respite, depending on how you want to pronounce that, can help to alleviate tension and other health concerns. Indulge in a spiritual bath. This place I want to buy has got a jacuzzi bathtub. Adding essential oils and sea salt to the water, I call that a personal cauldron time. Lighting candles, burning some incense, and if possible, utilizing clear quartz and rose quartz crystals to intensify the healing nature of the experience. I'm down. Very good for Pisces full moon, by the way. Gonna say that. Practicing deep breathing techniques can also bring about calm and peace. I highly recommend the Wim Hof method, WIM_HOF. He's amazing. Remember to take a deep breath before you act impulsively on your thoughts, as this will bring fresh oxygen to your body and relieve anxiety. I almost drove home today, up here in the head. I was like, no, the gut says no. Lower 3 chakras are always better to navigate the physical world. The third eye can see it either way. Affirmations are another great tool to help you relax and grow in body, mind, and spirit. Well, you've got uncovering confidence there. So the mantra might be helpful. As you repeat positive, life-affirming statements about yourself, you'll notice powerful manifestations of your affirmations in your life. Ask Ganesha for guidance on your spiritual course towards expansion and illumination, and trust that you can now relax and enjoy the journey. I feel symbolically naked. I never assume I'm going to be in a reading, but I think this is speaking to me. And come on, I am a spiritual teacher. I have been since the 90s, the early 90s. So relaxation, look, I understand the grind. And, it's not like we're rewarded for not working, right? We're not rewarded for the non-grind time. But that's where our free will comes in. And, we are the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. So if we're burned out, it's going to delay what cannot be prevented, particularly in terms of service. I get great joy from serving others. I mean, of all the different things, I come from lawyers. I could have been a lawyer. No, not for me, not this lifetime, thanks. But I know how easy it is for me to burn out, and that's when I get martyry. In fact, that's sort of like standing on the lawns of martyrdom at burnout, right? It's kind of like a red flag saying, oh, you're starting to blame, you're starting to project, you're starting to martyr. It's like, you need a break. Something to think about. So very Virgo, though, right? Last card down. As I said, there is gold hidden in the lead, right? With that martyr archetype, that transcendent nature of service to a cause or oneself. Well, that's what the Blessed Bee is going to give us, the mystical Celtic blessing cards. Though they are Celtic, I have consecrated the deck to the pantheons of all pantheons from all traditions, lineages, and cultures, to give a little glimpse at the gold hidden within the lead, the light at the end of the tunnel, the blessing in all of this. Please take a nice deep breath. Because it is our last card down. as I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, please, beloved ones, what is the lead? What is the gold within the lead, right? The light that can be gained from doing the shadow work, from doing the spiritual alchemy, from lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy. The blessing's there, but it is hidden. So if they do their best, not about crossing every T and dotting every I according to anybody else's evaluation, just about us doing our best for the Virgo collective, particularly with the Martyr in the 8th. Their life values, their bedrock solid, what's really important to them, heart, third eye, crown, and the interior world, which probably is them as the Hierophant. I mean, even as a teacher, we all teach by example, but which curriculum are you out picturing, right? The lead, the gold, the toxic, the healthy, but so that we can uncover confidence, because we are the missing piece of the universe, and if we don't show up, it's delaying what cannot be prevented. So honesty is essential, particularly to ourselves as well as others. And to be a loving person, it's important that we speak truthfully, but in a loving manner, particularly with the chameleon change going on. No sense in just trying to blend in and say nothing, right? We may have to very well stand up for our rights, right? Stand up in truth, but in a more loving way. And yet, maybe to do that during or after a time of relaxation, right? Instead of retensation, relaxation, right? To give ourselves the time to rejuvenate and maybe take a lovely spirit bath, treasure bath, right? To just kind of soothe the nerves and allow ourselves the reset time. So please, what is the hidden blessing, the gold within the lead pantheons of all pantheons for the Virgos and the cross watchers is full to new? September 2022. A blessing to lift sadness. Now I'm going to read it from the Bookie Book in a minute, but I will say, leaving Long Island. Sounds like leaving Las Vegas. Leaving Long Island, light so bright. Thank you, Sheryl Crow. Well, Crow is one of my spirit animals. That there is going to be a certain sadness, right? I've lived practically my whole life there. I went to school in Boston. I lived in Virginia for a while. But, you know, Long Island has been my home. But this is where I am being called to. I go where the gods send me. So, of course, there's going to be sadness saying goodbye to Holbrook. And my friends there. But a new life calls, and I'm doing this essentially for myself, but so that I can be in better service to this world. And it's just where I'm destined to be next. Believe me, if the omens, signs, and portents weren't saying so, I wouldn't do it. So what I find interesting here, a blessing to lift sadness. There's a big moth, big old mother at the bottom of this card right down here. So definitely a symbol of transformation. Card number 30. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to read the blessing and then we're going to go right into the closing part of it. If you want to hang around for the last little bit, I like to kind of get a little goofy at the end to kind of release the read and all that jazz. Please take a nice deep breath. As I realize my torch of Ariel and my blessing cords are across the room. No biggie. Still point. Pantheons, convey this blessing through me. Card number 30. A blessing to lift sadness. A blessing to lift the sadness that cloaks you, yet retain the wisdom and lesson it has come to teach you. Taurus on the inner. This was not easy getting us here. Maybe we are the wounded healer. Maybe we are Chiron, the Hierophant here. Sadness is a strange friend, a gloomy mist of feeling that moves through you slowly, softly, stilling the growth and dampening the fire within. It can feel like a death, this farewell to joy, yet within its sorrow there await for you great gifts. So when the time comes for sadness to move on, we ask for this blessing to allow it to slowly, softly lift from you. A diver who has been down deep beneath the oceans. And as you rise, may it be slow enough so that you can adjust to the happiness that will begin to flower again in your heart. May your breath become deeper. Your smile begin to light up your face again. May your eyes widen and sparkle with the wonder of all that is about you. And may your limbs find joy in movement once again. May you rise. And with that rising, bring with you the teachings of the sadness you have experienced. Chiron, wounded healer. My phone had something to say about that. Bring with you the teachings of the sadness you have experienced, yet be free from the heaviness that has weighed you down so far below that you seem to part from other people. Right? Virgins. At least we can drive. May you rejoin others and find pleasure in company once again, and find solace in the sharing of your experiences. May you not hate the sorrow that came to stay a while, but know its presence brought you something holy, a lasting compassion for the suffering of others. Martyr, martyr, martyr. And a knowledge, the sure knowledge, that as you once went below, you shall surely rise. And if it comes to stay again, you will not fear its permanence, for it is temporary in its companionship, and you will again become a creature of gladness, to balance the time you have spent within the cave of sorrowful knowledge. Be blessed as the sadness lifts, and when that morning breaks and you feel light and glad and laughter bubbles up from within, remember that the wheel turns, and take the joy and shine it out to the world. Your candle is relit, friend. It is time to brighten all who meet you with the presence of your light. Blessed be for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. That was good. I mean, I feel a little naked, to be honest with you. But, you know, everything changes. She changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes. So, did this make sense to you? It's my birthday. Hit the thumbs up. Help the other Virgos and cross-watchers find it, right? Because that's important to know, and you can be honest about this. You don't have to like, no, everything's fine. As a total martyr giveaway, right? And if you haven't yet subscribed to me on YouTube, please do. Consider it a birthday gift, a really cheap one. Just subscribe to the channel, because I'm not stopping anytime soon. I mean, look, I'm doing this out of nowhere today. I thought I'd be driving home, but I'm not. And certainly, I forgot to say it before, I'm a creator on Patreon, babies. You want to see me every morning with a cup of coffee in my bathrobe, hair doing what it's going to do, talking about the day's astrological weather, the spiritual implications, the magical applications. Drawing the Circle, patreon.com/drawing the circle is a wonderful subscription platform for us creative types. As a mystical artist, I love it so much, and I love it over there. So go check it out for yourself, and certainly if you want the deeper experience, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Malcolm Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you're my Virgos, just call me Mal. That being said, hang in there. I love you. Shadow work is not easy. It can be delayed but not prevented, so don't delay it, particularly with the lifting of sadness, which seems pretty helpful for what's going on in the world. And if you'd like to book me for a private reading, there is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal, a video I made last year, explains it all for you, how to book me, beginning, middle, and end, just like Larissa would explain it all to you. Nickelodeon reference. Otherwise, wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed of this full to new Pisces to Libra. Remember, full moon in Libra, new moon in Libra on a Friday. This is very much a romantic love day. So have at it, lift your happiness. And I love you. Hang in there. Hail. Farewell, Virgo power. And blessed, blessed be.